Hi folks, John Cordisco back again. Round 9 of the Women's World Chess Championship 2016. Maria Muzychuk is white, current world champion. Hou Yifan, former women's world champion, is black. Maria's up against the wall. It's the 9th game. She's down by 2 games right now. She's got to win them both. She's got to win this game, and she has to win the next round just to tie. Tough road to hoe. Let's see how she goes. Hou Yifan is white. Maria Muzychuk is black. Excuse me. It's going to be a classical Sicilian, so we'll get through it. Go through the opening here. Pretty much standard stuff. Interesting though on the E5. I know this computer's choice is the 3rd choice of the computer. I kind of like G6 myself and leave the E pawn there. E5, Knight B3, Bishop, both castles, Bishop B3. I like this bishop here, and this one. The knight can't swing and annoy this bishop. This bishop covers, these bishops cover a lot of squares. Look at all that stuff they cover. That's a good spot. Bishop E6, of course, same thing for black. F3, pretty typical stuff in the Sicilian. Reinforce the E pawn. Knight A5, knight takes, queen D2. Okay, it's a game. Played this in Sicilian a million times, these guys. Muzychuk moves rook to C8. Hou Yifan, rook to D1. Now, interesting. She goes king to F8. Now, the computer likes king to H8. For some reason that's beyond my playing ability. I don't know why a king move is required here now. Second choice is queen back to C7 or H6. I kind of like H6. King to F8. A4. Looks like Hou Yifan is going to open up on the queen side a little bit. You got to remember, Hou Yifan only needs to draw. If Hou Yifan draws this game, she is the new women's world champion. She gets her crown back. Maria, as black, has to win. That's a tough road to hoe. You're playing anybody of any skill, any really good skill, and they have white, and they just want to draw. It's almost impossible to win it. A6, knight to D5, queen takes, queen, rook takes, knight takes, pawn takes, bishop goes back to D7. Okay. I guess that's a game. Complicated though with all those bishops on the board. Oh Lord, can you imagine trying to figure out all those angles? A5, just stop the B pawn from advancing. Bishop. Now I really don't know why bishop doesn't take bishop. Maybe she just wants... I would do that in a second to double up the pawns. And then move pawn here. They're both players would be weak on the light squares. But king F1, F5, C3. You notice the king never moved up. You need a little escape square for your bishop. G5, here she comes with the pawns. Like I said, she has to win. She has to go all out, even in a dead drawn position, which basically this one is. Rook C2, H5, here come the pawns. She wants to go G4 next. C4, G4. Now, black's not going to lose a piece here if you noticed, because rook will take, so she'll lose the exchange. B4, she wants to go C5 next. F4, the bishop has to back up. Bishop D7. I mean, black's trying. She really, really is trying. Let's just pause and look at this for a minute. I'm a 1600 USCF rated player. These positions are incredibly complicated. There's between the pawn and the bishop moves. And he got all 4 bishops on the board. For me, this is incredibly, incredibly complicated. Pause the video now and just take a good hard look at the position. I really can't go in a lot of detail in the short time that I have for these videos. And just think what you would do instead. White goes c5. Trying to gain some space. Bishop f5. Maria is just trying to push. But it's like going up against a concrete, granite wall. Rook c4. Now you're threatening to take. And he can't do any of this. Black's completely stymied. So she goes king f7. Maybe she's thinking she'll get some luck bringing the rooks around. Go down this way with him maybe. Try to dismantle some of the area in here. Try something. Rook to d1. Rook g8. g3. Now you've got to sit here. I know the pawn move is the simplest move on the board. But then you've got to go through 3 other pawn moves after that. With bishops. This is not easy, folks. F takes. H takes. I like G takes F3. Because you're going to take anyway. Black's in a position where she's got to leave as many pieces on the board as she can. It's her only way to win. Rook A to C8. Pawn takes. You don't play bishop takes. If you play bishop takes, which is the best move on the board, but you can't make the best move anymore because you have to win. If you play bishop takes G4, bishop takes bishop, rook takes, pawn takes, now you've got 2 less bishops and 2 less rooks, a lot more drawable. She has to make the inferior move. King to G2, bishop D7, rook to H1. Grab that open file when you can. You can always bring this rook back if the rook comes over here. Rook G7 is going to try to double up, I think. Pawn takes, bishop takes, rook takes C8, bishop takes. Putting that bishop in a really crappy spot. You're going to lose a tempo putting that bishop back into play. Bishop C5. She has to trade. Pawn takes. Bishop F5. There's that wasted tempo. King F2. Here comes the king. Now you notice this pawn is on a dark square and a light squared bishop. You're good to go. This pawn is also on a dark square. That bishop can't attack it. Rook G8. Here comes the king. And we all know a king's a powerful piece in the endgame. Rook D8. Rook F1. Those of you that are wondering, if you want king to G6, those of you are wondering if rook takes, bishop goes here. Oops. You lose. King G6. Now she guards the pawn. Now looking to push the pawn. King G5. And here it comes. D6. Now this is move 41. So they're past the first time control. D6 for white was the 41st move. I'm looking at the computer off screen, but you're in a no-win situation now. Now I think she's not playing for the win anymore. Now she'll be lucky to draw. It's a 2-point advantage for white. It's almost insurmountable now. So she just shows caution in the wind, goes rook to H8. It just makes it worse. Rook, pawn goes up. Rook has to go back. C6. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now if pawn takes, bishop takes, and you're in. She has to take. Bishop takes. C5. It's over. Bishop B7. Poor Maria. I mean, she had the crown for a few months. She won it in the format where they had the 2 round. And she basically had nerves of steel. She went through the knockout format, survived it, and got to the final and won. And then Hou Yifan chose not to participate. So Maria Muzychuk was crowned the women's world champion, and now we have this match here. And poor Maria, I mean, she must be heartbroken right now. She's going to lose this game. A6. And that's the end. Maria Muzychuk resigns. She lost the match 7-3. I really don't count this game, but on paper she lost 7-3. I'm going to take that back. Take that back. She was 5-2, and now it's 6-3. Tough break for Maria. And I like Hou Yifan too. And she played really, really well. Won 2 clear games during the course of the match. And then this third game here. And that's the way it goes. 6-3. So congratulations to Hou Yifan from China. Returning women's world chess champion. Congratulations. Maria, you'll be back. You're a great player. So there you have it, folks. The end of the Women's World Chess Championship 2016. I hope you enjoyed the series. I didn't show all the games, just the games of interest. I'll go back to doing videos now for the FIDE candidates and the fiasco with not seeing the game online. Oh well. Leave it to chess to script a one-car funeral and FIDE as well. And as I always say, folks, the end of my videos, if you think chess is just a game, you're not playing it right. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.